Hey guys, former WWE superstar Hornswoggle here. I want you all to check out the Crash and Burn podcast. Click the like, hit the subscribe button, check them out, because I said so.
Crash and Burn!
Morning, good evening, good night, wherever the heck you all are at. Welcome to another episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We are discussing once again a thing that we've been seeing a lot through this year, and that is the WWE Releases. And here we are, we're going to be discussing where we think all them wrestlers who have lost their jobs, they're going to be going to. I understand that they're doing this. I know part of it is probably they're avoiding from getting their vaccine, budget cuts, or maybe they're just doing this to sell the company. I don't know. But, all right, so first person I'm going to bring in, you get to see him for the second time on this podcast, Jaden.
So,
Next up, I'm bringing Jason.
Fuck you.
Welcome to the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we are talking about the releases once again. This is going to be one interesting episode.
Last but not least, Complaining AJ.
Complaining AJ.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast. And today,
Yes.
unfortunately, I'm going over all the releases happened.
Oh, I
recently.
can't wait to see the rants.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant in this episode, so stay tuned.
Well, it looks like some of our energy is going to be up again.
Fuck WWE for the releases. I don't know why that happened, but it's a good way to
Yeah,
make money.
I don't know why that happened.
We're going to talk about this while I wait for the thumbnail. Oh, why am I saying that here?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The first release I'm going to be discussing, probably one of the saddest releases I've seen. I kind of expected this one to happen because you know, all the bad things I've been hearing about him, about his weight in the ring. Keithley. For me personally, as much as I hated to see this, I mean, for him, Keithley was a great talent and all. Keithley could have been one of the best top force faces in the WWE, but I've been hearing a lot of bad things about his his pace in the ring and all.
Yeah.
But for me, what I think he's gonna do, I really don't think he's gonna do anything for right now. Like, I really don't know if I do see him going to AEW or see him going to Impact or just see him just go back to where he came from before. You never know. But I really don't know what Keithley's going to do for his future. Jason, go.
So, this for Keithley. Honestly, I was shocked to see this release happen. But to be fair, he was barely doing anything on the main roster. I mean, his NXT run was pretty good, actually. I really enjoyed it. He was a former champion in NXT, which I believe he held the North American title or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, usually for me, whenever an NXT call-up happens, and I enjoy their NXT run, I get scared to see how they're gonna get treated on the main roster. And then Keithley, I saw it coming. And especially when they changed his name to Keith Bearcat Lee, that I had a feeling that's where he's going to get fucked up. So you know what? Since he got released, I'm sure he'll be a star somewhere else. Impact, AEW, another promotion. Honestly, I won't care where he goes.
Yeah. Remember, AJ, AEW is not the only choice.
Yep, that's right.
Jaden.
Go, Jaden.
Honestly, I was shocked too. I haven't been watching much wrestling anyway, and when I found out they changed his name to Bearcat, I'm like confused, like, why? What's going on? I'm also hearing that he had attitude issues. I'm guessing that played a role of him being released.
He was never that bad of a person. I mean, I just heard like his weight in the ring. Like a lot of wrestlers said, he wasn't really a safe wrestler. Like people, like a lot of wrestlers have like were responding about his weight.
Yeah.
And he had COVID as well. Like literally, Mia Yim was home taking care of him so he can get back. WWE never did shit.
Mm-hmm. So
Keithley had all these health problems.
yeah.
What
So
the-
who's next?
The kid who's hitting himself. Go.
What the fuck, WWE? What the fuck was the point? What was the point? To be honest, they were about to build up this guy, Bearcat. They were about to build up Keith Bearcat Lee for a little bit, but now, all of a sudden, you want to release him? Fuck you for that. That was the worst booking I ever seen. When he had his last match against Cedric Alexander on Raw, yeah, he was gonna be built up as a star, but WWE gave up on him. I don't even know what happened, but anyways, but hopefully Keithley will be successful somewhere else.
Oh, that was very sweet of you.
Yeah.
All right. The next release I'm going to talk about, the wife of Keithley, Nia Yim, formerly known as Reckoning.
Can I go
For me
first?
personally, I thought she was always a great wrestler. She was always a good worker in the ring. I always liked her. Like, I didn't love her, but I liked Mia Yim. But I hope maybe she'll just compete on the Indies. Not gonna lie, I only see her hanging around the Indies. But I'm looking forward to see what she does. I mean, this release I definitely saw coming because ever since they were gonna split up Retribution, she was gonna be no more. Same thing with Slapjack, even though he's gone now. But I think I just see Mia Yim going to the Indies. Jason.
Wait, Jaden wants to go first, actually.
I say yeah, Jaden.
I'm not even surprised. Anyways, I don't believe she was being used. When she wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Whoever's next.
You know, I'll go next.
Where do you think she's gonna go next for her future? We even want to know where do you think they're gonna go for their future?
Probably the Indies.
Yeah. AJ.
This one I'm also salty about. What the fuck? What's the point? What was the point of hiring her? I mean, you signed her to NXT. She had a decent push. She had a decent run, but on the main roster, no. She had that awful gimmick of Reckoning, and then they gave her the name back, and then didn't do shit with her. Like, she kept being traded to SmackDown, and then going back to Raw. I mean, they go from Raw to SmackDown.
It's like they're
back to
trading her
Monday
for
Night Raw.
no reason.
Yeah, and what was the point, to be honest? Because WWE knew she was not going to be anything for the roster. So I definitely want Mia Yim to be successful elsewhere. And if I had to see Keithley or Mia Yim go to a company, I would say have them go to AEW. I think that would be a good move for them.
AJ.
Simp.
AJ, that's AJ. It's fine to make that prediction and all, but know that AEW is not the only place.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's gonna be
I know.
a
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking like Keithley.
I
and
get your
Mia Yim.
opinion though,
I think they can fit there. I think they fit
but
there.
just keep that in mind for the future. It's not the only place.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah. I know.
Fandango was going to go to AEW, but guess what? It didn't happen. All right. You
Well,
guys
I
ready
have
for
not
this
gone yet.
release?
Wait, I have not gone yet. So,
Oh, yeah, Jason, go.
Mia Yim. Well, great NXT run and all, but the main roster, her time with the stupid faction Retribution, then that went downhill for her from there.
And
Ever
fun
since-
fact,
Ever
someone
since they broke up, she has not been on TV since.
No. That was
So-
happening. That was happening.
I saw that coming, but I hope she's successful somewhere else. But what she'll probably be at the Indies or wherever she started her career from.
All right. Next up, the release we've all wanted for so long.
Oh
But
boy.
now, I actually gained respect for this woman ever since she spoke out about what WWE's done to her. That is Miss Nia Jax.
Yep.
I mean, Nia Jax, I understand Nia Jax's weight was terrible in the ring. Like, I don't understand Nia Jax wasn't a safe wrestler. I know the bullshit she was getting treated like. WWE was probably gonna have all these fans are bitching that she should lose her job. Then you're gonna complain that she's gone. And I'm very happy that she spoke out. And I 1,000,000% have gained respect for her now. I used to be never a big fan, but now I respect the hell out of her. I support Nia Jax now. She deserves all the love and respect.
Yeah.
I mean, I am so sorry for Nia. If you're watching this, I am so sorry for you. And whatever you do for your future, I'm wishing you nothing but the best. Because we're gonna get to that other wrestler in a minute, but Nia Jax, I definitely give you a lot of respect from what you said there. Let me see. But yeah, what's gonna happen with Nia Jax, probably one of the most unexpected releases I've seen of all time. But
Some people cannot last forever, to be honest.
But for her personally, I really don't know where she would go. She might retire. Who knows? But I'm gonna start with AJ.
Okay. I've been waiting. I mean, after she spoke out, yeah, I gained respect for her. But in when it comes to the ring, she was a little bit green, you know. She could have improved. She could have get more training. People would have hated her so much. But like she was a good talent. But it's just the way she wrestles that pissed me off. But I definitely have respect for the person behind Nia Jax, Lena.
Yeah.
And I definitely respect her now, but I don't see her wrestling anywhere, to be honest.
I
Because
don't see her doing anything for a long time.
I mean, I don't know.
She said,
because
"I'm going to need time to process this huge loss."
yeah, I think Nia Jax should not wrestle right now and probably take some time off, just like Jake Atlas is doing, and also someone else is doing it too. I think it was a women's wrestler. I'm assuming. I think Jake Atlas and Nia Jax are taking a break from WWE for a little bit. I mean, from wrestling and for a little bit. So I think that would be a smart move for them, just to heal up and then hopefully get better in the ring for Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I'm hoping,
Yeah.
like, when you recover from all your stuff and all that stuff, maybe come back to pro wrestling and maybe get some more training in and then just be better. And then maybe wrestle somewhere. But for right now, no. I don't see her wrestling anywhere right now.
Jaden?
One question: when did she speak? When did she speak out?
It's on Instagram, Jaden, if you didn't know. She made a post.
Oh, now I remember.
She
All
spoke
right,
out.
It's already well established that she wasn't the greatest wrestle in the ring. If you are happy about her losing her job, something wrong with you. You need help.
Mhm.
It's agreed.
Agreed.
And my prediction is she's probably gonna go back to modeling for now, and then probably eventually wrestle. Who knows?
Mhm. Like, if she wrestles, it's not going to be for a very long time.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, she is a WWE wrestler. She's a WWE girl, so, who knows? Like, she's like Braun. Because I don't see Braun doing anything. Because he's a WWE guy. I see the same with Nia Jax.
Right, yeah. Anyway, so Nia Jax, my thoughts. Anyways, I guess she was unsafe in the ring and all. But after she spoke out about after her release, I started to respect her more because of what she was going through. I guess she was going through a tough time, especially with her mental health break she was taking. Yeah. My prediction is she'll continue to take her break from the ring, and eventually she might come back into the ring. And yeah, I don't really know where she's gonna go, but I do know she'll come back eventually. That's just me.
All right, the next release is going to be one of the releases that pissed me off the most. Because WWE did everything they could to get this woman back. I don't give a shit if y'all think she can't wrestle or not, but she is smoking hot. And that
I
is
think I know what you mean.
Eva Marie. She could have done something, like, she could have done this, like, she could have done, like, some kind of, like, a hot gimmick or something. Like, Eva Marie could not have wrestled or anything. You could have done something because that could have been, like, entertainment. But, ever since, like, Shayna Baszler injured her arm, like, what's going to be happening with Eva Marie? Like, Eva Marie was not the best wrestler, but I know she was trying, but I don't know what makes people hate her so much because she hasn't done anything to you, so why are you all hating her for nothing? So, I think Eva Marie, I don't see her absolutely doing anything at this point, but whatever she does, I wish her the best, but you all need to leave her the fuck alone, and if you have a problem with her, just know that she didn't do anything to you, so God bless and go fuck yourself.
Damn, bruh.
Damn, you snapped.
Yeah, because I don't get why people hate on Eva Marie so much because she hasn't done anything to you. Like, you're just not liking her because she's not a good wrestler. Yeah, she's not a good wrestler, but there's no reason to hate on her about that. And people are probably tickled about her not being there anymore. Like, you should never celebrate someone about their losing their job. But, yeah, let's start with, standing ovation.
Well, my thoughts on Eva Marie being released. I respect Eva Marie for what she does for the company, but yeah, I can agree that she isn't that good of a talent for the roster. But so yeah, I didn't really care much about the release, but I don't hate Eva Marie whatsoever. But whatever she does for the future, I wish her the best, and it won't surprise me if they end up bringing her back. But I don't see that happening.
All right, let's go with Jaden. What you got, man?
Nothing against Eva Marie. I was not surprised that she got released. Was she really being used anyway?
All she
Like,
was
all you had her
paired with
doing was
Dewdrop.
have her Dewdrop, like, managing her. And until she turns on her. And Dewdrop's another one. Like, shout out to Julian, but, like, Julian has spit out some names of people that go into. Like, Dewdrop's one of them. Dewdrop's definitely one of the people that's definitely gone soon. Like, I don't think we're going to see much of Dewdrop much longer.
As in my prediction for her future, she easily can fall back into modeling and acting, so she should be fine. Out of everybody.
I guess that everything.
No,
Oh yeah,
I haven't won yet.
oh yeah, AJ hasn't gone.
Yeah, the man who's a bully to Eva Marie on group calls, AJ.
Okay. Okay, nothing against Eva Marie though. It sucks for her to lose her job, but I wasn't really a fan of her. You know, like wrestling wise, no. But she does fit with the modeling part. I know why I think she's hot as hell and all that shit, but yeah, I think she'll.
Oh god, he's getting hard. Oh god.
Damn it, Wyatt. Anyways,
I'm gonna miss you.
Right now, I don't see her wrestling anywhere. She's gonna be retired for good. I don't see her wrestling anymore because she clearly cannot wrestle, and she cannot act. She cannot talk in the mic. She can't do anything. So
I'm gonna miss this theme.
oh, fuck you.
Oh god.
Anyways,
I'm not seeing her
Eva
live.
Marie is definitely not gonna wrestle anywhere. That's what I think. She'll be fully retired for good and focus on acting and modeling.
All right, I guess the next one's gonna be a huge loss. The man was actually gonna be in WWE till at least 2024, but contracts don't matter anymore. But this was definitely one of my favorite of all time NXT superstars. A man who I was hoping would be a future world champion in WWE. A man who always told a good story. The man who has the hottest fiance. The man who I see had so much potential. A man I was excited. But once you called him up, you made him dress like he was part of Demolition. Next, you have a man who is gone, carrying Cross.
Oh my god.
Boo.
Gun once he was called up to be wrestler. Like
that one is bullshit. That was
like,
really
that was
bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you, like Karrion Kross, you had so much you could do with him. Like you could have done. Why I'm pissed that we never got matches like Karrion Kross versus Rey Mysterio, Karrion Kross versus John Cena, Karrion Kross versus Big E, Karrion Kross versus Randy Orton. Karrion Kross versus Bobby Hill. Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns. Karrion Kross versus Brock Lesnar. Karrion Kross versus Goldberg. Karrion Kross versus...
No, not Goldberg.
Karrion Kross versus whoever. Seth Rollins. All these matches you can make with this guy. But no. Oh, Karrion Kross versus Sheamus. Like, all these matches you could do with this guy. But no. You literally have him matches with like Ricochet, Humberto Carrillo. All these guys are flip-flop jobbers. But no. But I'm gonna tell you, like, you literally ruined this guy.
I agree with
you.
you.
Made this guy. You turn him into dog shit. You fucking ungrateful assholes chanted Hardy after his last match on NXT. You assholes. Karrion Kross, I'm going to tell you, I hope to see this guy down the road. I most definitely see this man definitely going to AEW. They're definitely going to sign him. I know Tony Khan's going to say, I'm a billionaire. I can sign all the Sign my company. Karrion Kross is all elite.
That's so him. I agree with you.
Yeah. It's gonna happen because Tony Khan's gonna want to sign this guy. It's gonna happen. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be definitely AEW. I hope. But let's start with AJ.
This one I'm really, really pissed off about.
Rant, AJ.
Fuck you, WWE. You had this man dominate NXT and then lose to freaking Jeff Hardy in his debut.
That was not actually no. I mean, that wasn't that bad. But I mean, you did it at the wrong time. Like,
Wyatt.
it was
Jeff bad.
Like,
once. Ever since that happened,
AJ, stop talking over people.
Stop talking over people before I kick you out of this call. I'm glad that, I was alright with Jeff beating him, but it wasn't the right time though.
There you go.
Now you can talk.
All right, now you can unmute. Go ahead.
And then after that, you had to put a fucking douchebag, dirtbag, horseshit mask on. Looking like JC Voorhees.
Jeez, you're so ungrateful about everything.
What the fuck, WWE? That was the worst thing ever. And Cross himself thinks that was horseshit. But it was definitely bullshit. Why did they have to let him go? Even though he didn't wrestle as much, but you could have done something with him. You could have been a world champion. You wasted him. Fuck you, WWE.
How the fuck is Dana Brooke still
there? Exactly. She should have been released. She should have been on that list. Damn it.
Oh, I love Dana Brooke.
Well, I don't. I don't care.
Let me guess, because she's hot.
Oh God.
Okay.
He's probably being turned on.
I'll give it to you some time.
AJ, are you done?
He's gonna be
Hey, AJ, are you done? Because I'm gonna let Jaden or Jason go.
Go ahead.
All right, Jaden.
What really started his downfall was him losing to Jeff Hardy. Don't get me wrong, Jeff Hardy is goated. And then, y'all know when Jeff Hardy caught COVID? Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah, he was supposed to lose to him, though, that Raw, but Jeff Hardy had catching COVID. And he wasn't coming back after they made him look like a knockoff Demolition member.
A rip-off Demolition member, yeah.
As for his future, I see him and Scarlett going to AEW.
Mm.
You know,
oh yeah,
I've never seen Scarlett wrestle before.
All right.
I literally forgot to say, I think Cross is gonna fit in AEW.
It's gonna happen. Like,
it has to.
Gonna sign him.
AEW needs more big guys.
Is a billionaire. So
AEW needs more big guys. So
okay. AJ, don't be an AEW simp right now.
As Yoshi would say, kill our band.
Anyways,
Right.
I guess I'll go. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Karrion Kross. You had this man dominate NXT for a couple months. He had such a great run as NXT champion. And then you brought him to the main roster. I was excited to see how he would do on Monday Night Raw.
I thought he was going to take over Monday Night Raw. Like,
I thought he was going to continue his dominance there.
Scarlett makes him terrible. Him without Scarlett does not make him look good. Like,
speaking of that,
Scarlett with him.
Speaking of that, they should have never split them up.
Like, Scarlett, dude, Scarlett's gonna draw.
There you go. I was confused where she has been ever since he first appeared on Raw. Like,
is it because that Scarlett's too hot for you to handle?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'll be too distracted by her to even focus on his match.
You can't even handle the too hot to handle the smoke show.
But anyways, ever since you had him wearing a stupid mask, you had this man wear a stupid mask and have a couple more matches, only for him to be off TV and to get released. Like, seriously, this is one of your dominant superstars you could have had on the roster. And there, y'all took an L. For his future, I agree. Him and Scarlett is going to be all elite.
Mhm.
Tony Khan, sign them. Tony Khan, I love you and all, but sign him. No homo.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. The next release I'm discussing the fiance of Karrion Kross, Scarlett. Okay, Scarlett, great talent. She ain't a good best wrestler. I respect her and all, but she's hell of a good manager. For Scarlett though, I see her going to AEW with Cross, but I mean, she will go back as Scarlett Bordeaux. But I mean, with Scarlett though, maybe the reason why she wouldn't come up to Raw is probably because she lap danced Scott Steiner, and WWE just couldn't handle it. Guess what? Yeah, she lap danced Scott Steiner.
On Impact, yeah.
Yes.
I bet people got turned on for that
Scarlett,
one.
you're something else, hon. Sorry. But, I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, there's nothing bad about Scarlett. I mean, like, all I'm gonna say is it's just, I'm just, the reason why WWE never wants to try booking with good because they're getting ready to sell the company. With Scarlett, though, she's gonna go to AEW, but she'll just be a manager. It's gonna happen. But, I mean, I'm very excited to see what her future brings. I mean, I'm always going to support her, but maybe one day down the road I'll see her. Maybe she'll lap dance my ass.
You're horny for that, bro.
I love Scarlett. But, let's start
Wyatt's horny.
with... Let's start with Jason.
Okay, well, I appreciate Scarlett for what she's done for WWE managing Karrion Kross and all, but I technically already said where she's gonna go. AEW along with Karrion Kross to continue their careers there. Yeah, and other than that, whether it's AEW or not, I'm excited to see where those two will end up on.
Let's see. Let's go with Jaden.
I already addressed what I think is going to happen to her. She's probably going to go to wherever Karrion Kross goes, and I'm guessing that's going to be AEW.
Okay. AJ?
Same as Cross. She's going to AEW as well, as a manager and a wrestler.
No, she won't. I don't think they'll make her be a wrestler. She might only be a manager.
Okay. Yeah, but she's great in the ring, though. But anyways, I definitely see Scarlett going to AEW as well.
All right. Next up, the releases. It is formerly 1/3. I'm gonna say 1/3. I don't give a shit. 1/3 of the Lucha House Party. That is definitely one of the probably one of the most solid people. Probably the most solid member in that group. That is Grand Metalik. For me, that guy, I never really cared for him. I mean, he was decent, like he's decent in the ring and all. But I mean, from where I think he's gonna go, I think he's either gonna go to probably AAA. He might go to Mexico and wrestle other luchadors. I definitely see him going to the Indies. I mean, and I'm either might see him go to Impact. but I don't think he'll go to AEW. I mean, the only person out of the Lucha House Party I see going is Sin Cara. But as of that, I think with Grand, Indies, AAA, or Impact. Let's start with Jaden.
I remember hearing that he requested his release, and when they finally announced his release, I wasn't even surprised. I was like, I mean, he did request his release.
I knew he was unhappy. I knew all the Luchas were like unhappy with the company at some point because I remember before Kalisto left, Kalisto was really unhappy with the company for like over at least a year and 2 months. Or if I'm wrong.
And as is for his future, he's probably going to go back to the Indies or Mexico or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with, let's see, Jason.
Not surprised. I mean, he asked for his release. I figured he was frustrated with the company and how it's being treated, so he did not deserve that. He has good talent and all, and I'm sure he'll shine somewhere else, like in Mexico, the Indies, wherever. And I see a bright future.
AJ.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised with this one. He requested his release and he got it. And I definitely see him going back to CMLL or going over to AAA and other Mexico company. So, or yeah, he might take some indie bookings from there and there, but he's definitely going back to Mexico along with Cinta de Ora. I don't know how to say. Wait, Cinta de Oro. Yeah, he's probably gonna end up there with him.
All right. I guess everyone went.
Yep.
Next release. It is the other third of the Lucha House Party. Definitely a man who I thought was very unhappy with the company. That is Lince Dorado. I mean, that guy was always decent. I mean, I never cared for the guy. I mean, Lince Dorado, I mean, I was kind of ready for him to go anyways because I just really didn't think like there was much left for the Lucha House Party. I mean, they were probably one of the most stale tag teams I've seen. But, I mean, for Lince Dorado, I think I'll support him more if he goes to AAA, Indies, maybe any promotion like Mexico or any like Spanish country. But that's about it. But for him, I mean, that's all I've really got in my mind. I see him doing. But as of that, I really don't have much left to say. But I mean, I knew he had to be unhappy with the company at some point. But, you know, WWE hires so much talent that they don't use half of them. So, I mean, Lince and Gran are free and they can do whatever they want. And I'm very happy for them. Maybe when we do our show with the Luchas, maybe we'll get them. Who knows? Maybe once the clause is over. But let's start with AJ.
Yeah, this one's also not surprising one. I think after Grant requested his release, he also requested his release, I'm assuming. Oh, wait, no, he was unhappy, and then all of a sudden he just got released out of nowhere. But, yeah, I mean, they were not treated right. The team was getting stale, and I never care about the team. But both guys actually had good singles matches. Like, Grand Metalik had a good singles match against Cesaro, and apparently Vince McMahon didn't even like that match, which was pissed me off.
What?
But Lince Dorado definitely did a fit, like, maybe, like, in the Indies a little bit, and then maybe signing with MLW. I could see that, to be honest. Lince Dorado could fit in MLW or the indie scene. Because we're not signing both guys to the big promotions like AEW and Impact and New Japan. But like I see Metalik going to, like I said before, CMLL or AAA or other messaging promotions, and Lince Dorado could sign with MLW or the minor indie promotions.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, some kind of minor indie promotion, like, make like a special guest appearance or something. But I mean, MLW is an option, but I really don't see him going to MLW.
Yeah, but I feel like MLW can like treat him right though. That's the thing. So
Whatever makes him happy.
yeah.
Jaden.
Surprised I see him going to the Indies or something.
For my thoughts, I never really cared for Lindsay Dorado, but I wish him the best wherever he goes.
Okay. Where do you think he's gonna go?
Probably the Indies or MLW.
All right. The next release I'm gonna be discussing is what the female who will respond to your DMs and she sings this theme song. Hit Row.
Oh my god! Fuck you,
Yeah.
WWE, for
Which
that.
I thought it was absolute bullshit. Like, what made you want to get rid of her? Like, Hit Row, you called them up. All four of them. That was actually a debut I was really excited for. Why would you call them up and literally not do anything with them except do a built-up feud with Jinder Mahal, which Jinder looks like he won that feud. So, I mean, with Hit Row, I don't know what it was to get them released, but I mean, all I'm going to say is I just think whatever it was bullshit. It probably was for a stupid reason, but Hit Row, that was such a disappointment that we never got to see Hit Row shine. I mean, I thought Hit Row would have done it all. I was very excited for Hit Row. BFAB, I have no clue what she's going to do. But I don't know where she came from, but wherever she came from, she'll probably go back over there. But I just wish the best for wherever she goes. Jason.
Well, as you said right there, I was also excited for Hit Row to be on SmackDown. But then I knew ever since B5 got released, it was before any of the other Hit Row members did. I knew Hit Row was going downhill from there.
Hit Row was done for after B5 was gone. Like,
yeah,
you had to re-edit the theme song and everything.
Yeah, like B5 somehow carried the theme song. Like it started with Hit Row, and it went from there. So you know what? That's a loss for Hit Row. Like they needed her in order to shine.
Sadly, my dad doesn't like Hit Row. He thinks that's the dumbest thing that's ever called up in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, well, whatever goes on with B5, I wish her the best. So she might go back to where she began her career.
Okay. Jaden.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really too familiar with Hit Row. I haven't been watching as much wrestling, really. But I've heard many good things about him, though. But as in for her future, probably back to where she was at first.
Yep. AJ Anselou.
I'm so pissed off for this one too.
Rant.
Why would you call up Hit Row in the goddamn draft and then a few weeks later you fucking release her for no reason? Why?
Trying to find where she came before she got.
She was a rapper back in the day. She was a rapper.
I'm trying to find where she started before she started WWE.
Yeah, she started as a rapper, Wyatt.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she was a rapper. That's why she rapped in that song. But damn, I'm just so pissed off. Why would you release her? Plus, I understand she's not good in the ring, but she could have improved. But
I think she's a former UFC fighter.
okay. Anyways, damn.
I mean, she could go back to UFC and kick some ass there. I mean,
I'm
she goes
so
to
pissed
Florida.
off. Why would you release BFAF like that?
I
You
love
treat
BFAF.
her dirty like that, WWE. Fuck you. And you pretty much made Hit Row go down from there, too. So that's a big L for them and a big L for WWE. Fuck you for releasing BFAF.
All right, standing ovation.
Mr.
I
Stenny
went
Ovation.
already.
Oh, you went?
Yeah.
Okay, on the next release, the man never did anything, but him and Tyson Kidd killed it as a tag team. Harry Smith.
Ugh.
What do I think's gonna happen to him?
I don't
I
get
have
it.
no freaking clue. I could guess any big indie promotion, but I don't think it's gonna be AEW.
Wait, who?
Harry Smith.
Harry Smith.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
Honestly, I have no clue. Where did he go before WWE?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
He was
AJ
in
might
New
know.
Japan, and he was doing
I think he'll go
MLW.
back over there. Not
He
gonna
was
lie, I
doing
think he'll go back over
MLW for a bit, and then he got
there. And maybe
signed.
go to MLW, but that's about what I think he's gonna do. But yeah. So anybody want to go here or
Yes,
pass?
I do.
Jaden?
I'm a pass. I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know.
David Hart Smith.
I'm
All right. AJ, go.
okay. This one I'm pissed off too. What was the point? You signed him back in a few months. Oh wait, you signed him back a few months ago, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, you had to release him. I understand it's budget cuts. He hasn't done anything, but you could have got this. You could have gave this man an opportunity at something. You could have done shit with him. He's a great talent. From his indie stuff, pretty good. And you could have done that for him. But this was, I understand this was a good move, but I'm so pissed off. Why would you release it? Why would you sign him and then release him again for the second time? I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. Fuck you, WWE, for releasing him.
Wow. But AJ, just letting you know, we still have this guy in WWE, our hero.
Fuck you,
Still
Goldberg.
have
Goldberg. The best
But
got
if
him.
I had to put Harry Smith in a promotion, I would say either back to MLW or he could go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling, or maybe sign with AEW.
I'd love to see him go to Combat Zone Wrestling.
Oh no, no. But I would say, all right, either MLW, New Japan, or AEW for him. Because, all right, if I had to pick one though, I would say MLW is the best place for him because he got a lot left.
Okay.
So,
All right, next release I'm going to discuss here. AJ was pissed, but I thought it was well done. Oni
no.
Lorcan.
Only Lorcan. Fuck you, WWE.
Oh my god. I thought that was probably one of the most stale wrestlers I've seen. But I mean, with him, like, what makes a guy like him? It only digs off to these marks and people like AJ taking up the first two commercials with a match against Aleister Black. Like, you see that. Like, with Oni Lorcan, for him, I really was never big on the guy, but I think it was ready for time for him to go. But to see him, I see the indies. I really maybe see him being like a new signing to Ring of Honor. Or maybe no. Maybe I just see him right now at the indies. Like at big indies. But that's about
Yeah.
it. Anybody want to go?
Me.
Hold on.
Sure.
Jaden.
Who we talking about? Who we talking
Oni
about?
Lorcan.
Oni Larkin.
I'm about to pass on that one.
Jason, go.
Anyway, so Oni Lorcan, I was not surprised at all. I mean, I enjoyed his run in 205 Live back when I actually gave a shit about the show. But when he started appearing on the main roster, I started to care for him less and less and less till I don't give a shit about him anymore. But no hatred towards him, but I wish him the best where he goes next.
He actually requested his release at one point, but I think he changed his mind. AJ. Rant.
You bastards, WWE. You bastards. You could have made this man a single competitor.
Champion, you could have made him beat
You could have made him something. He had potential.
You could have made him beat the Undertaker.
If WWE made him a star at least, like he could have been booked way better in PWG. In PWG, he was great as Bip Busick. If anyone doesn't know, he was great. He was a lunatic, and I expected more from him. But he did have that great match against what was it? He had a good match against Drew Gulak at SummerSlam 2019. That was a good match. But he had a one NXT Tag Team title reign with Danny Burch, which was good. But I am just so pissed off the way Oni Lorcan was definitely booked. And I hated the name Oni Lorcan. It made no sense. Biff Busick was better. And yeah, he was a lunatic in PWG if you saw his matches. But he could have been that in WWE. But no, WWE fucked him up. Fuck you, WWE, for releasing him.
Okay. Alright, so next up is a woman who spoke out about this. Let me check. I'm going to check the link. Guys, just hold your patience. Oh my god. Okay. From what she said, and that is Frankie Monet. And she said, stop supporting a company that gives zero respect to their talent. You love pro wrestling. Spend your money on the hundreds of other alternatives. This is wrong. Ethically, as employers that don't care about us talent or fans. I'm proud of Frankie Monet speaking out about this, but I think she's going to go back to Impact as Taya Valkyrie. I thought she was decent, but she at least deserved to be NXT Women's Champion. I feel like that was sad that she wasn't getting treated the best in WWE. But, I always liked her. Like, she wasn't that bad to me, but, I think it's best for her just to go back to Impact. Because she seems happy over there. But, as of that, I don't know what else. Who wants to go?
Me.
I think.
I do.
Let's start with AJ.
Oh, he's gonna rant. He's gonna rant.
I am sick and tired of WWE releasing these great talents like Frankie fucking Monet.
Dude, they're doing it to sell the company.
I understand that.
Listen, and it's not Vince.
Okay, I'm not necessarily blaming Vince for this, but you basically signed her to a contract, and she was good for a few months, and then she went down and down and down and down and down. You bastards, WWE. You booked this woman very wrong. She could have been so much more. She could have been more. You could have done a lot more with her. You could have made her women's champion, for crying out loud. She was a former Impact World Champion.
Of course you'll say that, AJ.
She's a former Impact Knockouts champion, for crying out loud. You could have done more with her. I'm hoping to God she signed with Impact.
Jesus, you're so pissed off.
Seriously, man. Go back. Go back to Impact. Go back.
Go back to
Go back.
Impact, Tyre, because you deserve way, 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 way more.
AJ's so
I'm
fresh.
scared. AJ, I'm scared.
Jesus, AJ's so pressed.
All right, Jason, go.
Okay, now I'm gonna be saying this calmer. Okay. So you had signed this person through contract. You did some teasers of her to build her up. Bro. You had her do a couple matches here and there, only to get a release. Like, what is that for? It's like she was done dirty in WWE. She does not deserve to be there. So you know what? Go back to Impact.
Go where you're happy.
Yep, go back to where you feel like you're home.
And I am so glad she spoke out of this. Too.
God damn, AJ. Let me guess, AJ's gonna be butthurt about this for a few days.
Let's just get to the
Oh
next.
yeah.
Let's just get to the
when we
next
get
release.
to her husband, I'm gonna get very emotional. Don't worry. Next release we're gonna talk about.
Wait. Wait. Jaden, you have not gone yet.
Probably go back to Impact. Next
Okay,
person.
All right.
Next release. She went back to NXT ever since she left Monday Night Raw. And it was SmackDown. She got drafted to.
Oh, I know what you mean.
This woman right here, definitely seen her go downhill. Like her pairing up with Shotzi never made any sense. I mean, I didn't think we'd see much of her, and that is Ember Moon. I definitely see her maybe going to Impact, and I do see her maybe going to AEW, but that's all I'm gonna really see in her. Like I thought she was always decent. Like I wasn't a big fan of her. I wasn't big on her, but with Ember Moon though, I hopefully she does the best where she goes. Jaden.
She was a great talent, and her going back to NXT was a good thing because she probably wasn't going to get used on the main roster anyway. As in for her future, I see her going to Impact.
All right. Let's see. AJ.
This one I'm really pissed off about too. I am so pissed off. Why would you release?
Rant, AJ.
Why would you release Ember fucking Moon? She deserves
Ember
way
fucking Moon. Jeez, you're horny,
more.
AJ, you're fucking Ember Moon in bed right now? What the hell?
What the hell, man?
No. Alright. Never mind. Anyways. Athena, Ember Moon, whatever you want to call her, she deserved way more. And
AJ.
Her first run in NXT was great. And she was women's champion, but
AJ.
very short. She had a short reign.
AJ, do you need your hero here to cheer you up? He's right here.
No.
Here's your hero. He's here to cheer.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine.
You want him to cheer you up?
Ember Moon deserved a lot more because she got fucked. Her career got fucked because.
Jesus Christ, you're pressed about the release.
AJ, how are you gonna feel when your best buddy you gets released?
I hope to God Ember Moon
or
Athena signs to AEW. She's signing with AEW.
You're such a mark.
I can't, AJ. You and AEW, I swear.
Like, honestly, I don't mind it with WWE. With these releases, like, I mean, if AEW releases half their roster, AJ, it's not going to make a difference because
I agree.
just because AEW can sign a bunch of talent, that doesn't make them a better promotion than WWE.
AJ, he has a point there.
True. Yeah.
Like,
true.
WWE has enough good talent now.
Like, what are you gonna do, AJ, if AEW does the same thing to their roster?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
What are you gonna do, AJ?
They're gonna do it. It's gonna
Are
happen.
you gonna cry?
No.
Think about
course not.
WCW in 2000.
Oh, all right.
I'm just gonna go
No,
here.
I'm just being careful with people who are signing with AEW. Like, I just
I'm
want certain
just gonna
people.
go here. I'm just gonna go here.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
Ember Moon, she was okay and all in the ring. She had a good NXT run. I guess her early days on Monday Night Raw was okay. I guess I was not big on it, especially her early days on SmackDown. But I kind of expected her to not be used much, not get much TV time. But when she got released, I was not surprised. But that's an L for WWE because they had so much to do with her. Bless you. Anyways, for Ember Moon, I'd be down to see her in AEW, but I think she'll go back to where she started, or maybe go back to Impact. But I'm down to see what she'll do for AEW.
Okay. All right. Next release, I'm going to be discussing. This guy was a decent talent. Hopefully, I see him down the road. That is Trey Baxter. I think he's went back to where he came from what Jacob has said to us. He is now Blake Christian.
And shout out to Jacob.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob, one of the members of the podcast. Who wants to go here?
I'll begin here.
Okay.
Trey Baxter.
Jacob, did you want to go?
Oh,
Did you want to pass?
Me?
it's for Trey Baxter, Jaden.
I'll pass.
Okay. Jason.
Anyways, Trey Baxter. I've seen a couple matches from him in NXT. And then he had potential. I see potential in him. But of course, WWE had to fuck it up and take another L and release him. Like, come on. Why do you have to treat this talent like that? It's never fun to see someone like Trey Baxter lose their job. I saw potential, especially after the great matches he put on in NXT.
Mm-hmm. Short-lived career.
All right, you know what? Wherever he goes next, I wish him the best. I think he'll go.
Where he came from. Where he's at
go
now,
anywhere.
he's good where he's at.
Yeah, he's better off there than being at that hellhole.
Okay. AJ, you want to rant?
Not necessarily, but
All right.
I'm so glad that he's coming to GCW and a part of there full time. And Trey Baxter was the worst name ever. Blake Christian was better.
Are you gonna rant about that name?
No, but definitely a great move from WWE because you're gonna basically do nothing with him anyway. So.
I'm thinking about passing these three: Jeet Rama, Zeta Ramir, and Jesse Camilla. I think
I'm gonna pass as well.
I think we'll pass on those three. Yeah, but
wherever they go,
best of luck wherever they go. The last one, it's the woman wrestler with the mask, Katrina Cortez. For me, I think she's just gonna go back where she came from. She seemed alright. I mean, I never really watched her, but
Same.
I think she'll just do maybe luchador wrestling or something. AJ, did you want to go?
No, I'm gonna pass this one because I don't know her too much.
Jason.
From what I've seen, she's okay, but wherever she goes, I wish her the best.
All right.
And
now
Jaden,
we're
how about
getting
you?
ready 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later. All right, we're gonna do the worst for
This
last.
is from.
All right.
Is this from like the 18th or something?
All right. Now, the first release we're going to be discussing, this is the man who they wanted to release. All these fans and these assholes have wanted the release for so long. You got what you wanted. Jackson Riker.
Woo!
Oh,
I'm
AJ's
telling
one of
you.
them.
I think he's going to go back to the Indies as Gunner. I mean, I'm very excited for him. I'd be looking forward to seeing what he does. Like, Jackson Riker. Okay. That man has a freedom of speech. You're just going to come after him. All these sensitive jackasses on the social media are going to come after him over supporting, being a Trump supporter. Jackson Riker is allowed to do that. He has a freedom of speech. He's an American. Jackson Riker has freedom of speech. But as of him, though, you just because of that, you can't come after him over his opinion on something. You may not agree with him of how he feels and all, but that doesn't mean you come after him, targeting him over his opinion. You know?
True.
He was allowed to support the president if he wanted to. Not many people were Trump supporters. I'm not trying to act political here, but I'm just saying, like, you don't come after him like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Jackson Riker, though, like, all you got to do is just leave that guy the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Of course he was going to be written off TV for almost a year. For months. But, I mean, at least he got a little run before he left WWE. So, for him, I see him just going to the Indies. Let's go with Jaden.
At the time he was tweet that he supported Trump, it was another serious situation that was going on. It was basically like
It was terrible.
It was like a bad timing type of situation. So I see him going to the Indies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people were, ever since that incident happened earlier 2020, people are trending. All these toxic fans were saying, "Fire Jackson Riker! Fire Jackson Riker! Fire Jackson Riker!" Like, dude, you can't put his job into this. But let's go with Jason.
So for me, I was never really big on Jackson Riker. I was never really big on him. I didn't hate him at all, but I kind of knew he would get fucked up on the main roster. I mean, he was good with the Forgotten Sons.
And they're all going.
All three of them are gone. But again, I didn't really care much for Riker. Nothing against him. Like, he can support Trump if he wants to. But
and he can have Hulk Hogan as his favorite wrestler if he wants to.
Yeah, true.
I mean, with Jackson Riker, I thought he was always very solid in the ring. I thought he was a decent wrestler.
Yeah.
But anyways, I see him going back to the Indies. I agree.
As Gunner. AJ, you want to rant?
No, not necessarily, but I do want to rant on the fans who thinks that he cannot support Trump. You can support whoever the hell you want, no matter what. You just don't tell people that because they're gonna go after you. And those people that don't support the opinions are fucking assholes. And they just really, like, I feel like the fans kind of fucked up the Forgotten Sons careers, to be honest, in WWE. Like, I feel like the fans actually fucked them up. It's all the fans' fault, pretty much. It's not the WWE's fault. I understand he was the jobber, but
he was not a jobber. He was more of a lower mid card.
Yeah, but the fans pretty much cost to them their careers in WWE, and that's why WWE had to release Jackson Riker, probably due to budget cuts and other things. But anyways, yeah. But when I see him, I can actually see him going back to Impact as Gunner because I feel like he has some ambitious finished business there. He could be successful there. Indies, no. And maybe possibly reunite that team with James Storm and Gunner back in the day.
Yeah.
Unless James Storm is signed there, they can do it, or
Mhm.
James Storm is not signed there, then that cannot happen. But yeah, but if that doesn't happen, then maybe I'll see him going to the Indies, probably. But my two choices for him are the Indies and back to Impact.
All right. The next release we're going to discuss here, Shane Thorne, formerly known as Slapjack.
I'm still laughing about that name.
I'm honestly I knew that he was going to be gone once the retribution was over with. You literally put him as Shane Thorne as a cowboy gimmick, literally on dark matches on SmackDown. But as of Shane Thorne, I really don't know what he'll be doing. I think he'll be reuniting with who was his former partner, Nick
Miller.
Nick Taylor. I think they'll reunite as TM61. I definitely see Shane Thorne maybe doing something. I could see him going to the Indies. I could see him maybe going to Ring of Honor. Or maybe MLW. Who knows? But I don't see him going to AEW. But anything's possible. But for Shane Thorne, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I mean, I really thought this was a PG product. If you're gonna call him Slapjack.
Yeah.
Mask. Maybe his mask makes sense because his mask looks like it has cum all over his face. But yeah. Who wants to go?
Me.
Shane Thorne, I'm gonna pass. I never cared.
Me.
Where do you think you'll go, Jason?
Anywhere really.
Okay. AJ?
Yeah, I saw this one coming, to be honest, because I knew WWE was not gonna really do anything with him. So I definitely see him going back to New Japan. I feel like he's gonna go back. He's gonna go to New Japan Pro Wrestling and reunite with Mikey Nicholas or Nick Miller and reform TM61 or the Mighty Dome Neil. And I'll be very happy about that. And maybe join up with that stable with his former tag team partner in NXT, Mikey Nicholas. So I'll be very happy if they have reunited because I wanted them to reunite for years. Ever since Nick Miller got released from WWE in 2018, I knew Shane Thorne was not going to do anything. So it only makes sense that Shane Thorne goes to Japan Pro Wrestling.
The next release here is
And Jaden, wait, you want to go?
No, I'm a pass.
Okay. All right.
The next release that really. All right, the next release I gotta discuss here. Definitely very hurtful. You know, this man was crying the first time he got released. We made WWE wanted to bring him back, and that is one of the most talented people I know, Drake Maverick. For him, I see him going to AEW or Impact as Rockstar Spud. I mean, I think it's absolute bullshit that you would do that to him. Like, literally, you need to retire the 24/7 title. Like, you get rid of him, but not Reginald. Like, what made Drake Maverick get fired?
Maybe WWE didn't see anything in him.
I don't know why they keep randomly firing people. Like, Drake Maverick was one of the reasons why the 24/7 title scene was entertaining. I think they should just retire the belt already. It's getting too old.
Yeah.
It's getting old.
It's been 2 years, man.
Yeah. With the same storyline and shit. I see him going as Rockstar Spud and Impact or AEW. Danny, you want to go?
Sure. I'll go.
All right.
I'm surprised they released him again because Wyatt already mentioned about his video where he basically broke down when he got released. So I guess they just didn't care this time. And my pick for his future, AEW or
Yeah.
Let's go with Jason. I'm gonna do AJ for last.
Oh boy. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, as you said there, he did get released back in April 15th of 2020. But then again, he got upset over it. He cried, and he was brought back after that. That probably because they felt sorry for him. But then again, he got released again, and back on I think on Thursday at the time recording, and I was surprised that he didn't make another video break it down. But overall, he's good talent. He's the reason why the 24/7 title was entertaining. But now the title's old. It's annoying, and he was also a good GM for 205 Live because, to be honest, I actually really enjoyed his work over there on quote unquote the most exciting hour on television, now known as the most boring hour on television.
The most exciting and entertaining show ever. Yeah, right. Bullshit.
Anyways, that's my take. And where will he go? He might go back as Rockstar Spud, Impact, or Tony Khan will make him all elite.
Okay. AJ.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
When he got released, April 15th of 2020. Yeah, I saw it coming because he was not being used on SmackDown, and then he really cried, and WWE eventually made him appear a couple of shows, like to do a storyline. He was a part of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and then he lost to El Hijo del Fantasma, which became now is Santos Escobar, and he had a little great tag. He had a funny tag team with Killian Dane in NXT, and then all of a sudden he got called up again to the main roster, and he was drafted to Raw, and he recently won the 24/7 championship, and then after that he got released again because I don't know, but now Drake Maverick, when he put that promo video in, he wasn't upset or anything. No, I thought he was gonna be upset again. But nope. There was a plot twist. He actually did not. He said, "I just got informed from WWE Talent Relations that I have been released from my contract," and then boom, read the narrative. Drake Maverick, his alter ego, his alter ego, comes out and confronts that Drake Maverick that he should not give up. He should never. He is not just a wrestler for WWE. He is a professional wrestler. So this is definitely gonna make Drake Maverick either some Impact or AEW. In my opinion, Impact's the great option because AEW has too many stars. So I don't think AEW needs rock stars, but so Impact is for him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Alright,
apologize for that novel.
now we're gonna get to another release that's gonna make AJ fuss. Part of Hit Row, Ashanti the Adonis. Me, never really cared for the guy. I really didn't know where he was before he went to WWE. I'm trying to look it up. But for where I think he's gonna go, maybe the Indies, but whatever else, I'm not sure. But let's start with AJ.
Yeah, I didn't really know who the guy was at first, and then he had a few matches on 205 Live, and then got called up to NXT, and then was a part of Hit Row, and then got called up to SmackDown, and then all of a sudden he got released a few weeks later, which sucks. But if I had him to sign with anywhere, to be honest, I would have him sign in minor indie promotions, like not too big, but like minors, because he needs to improve. Like, I feel like he should improve on the mic a little bit, but he could be. He's doing the ring. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's the mic skills that can do something a little work. But I definitely see him going to the minor leagues. To be honest.
Jason or Jaden?
Anyways, I'm just gonna go talk about all of Hit Row. So, Ashante, Top Dollar, and Swerve Scott. Why release the entire faction? Seriously, like they have potential to shine on the main roster, and boom, they took an L. WWE took an L.
Exactly.
Like really, it's unbelievable.
Next up,
They released B-Fab and then the remainder of the faction. Like it's total bullshit. Well, one of the best things on NXT and a newer SmackDown faction got fucked up.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Plus
Whatever
WWE
happens to
faction.
Ashante, Top Dollar, and Swerve Scott, I wish them the best. Maybe they'll go back to the Indies.
okay. Next, I'm going to discuss Top Dollar, AJ. For me, I think he'll just go to the Indies. Guy with good potential, AJ.
Yeah. Top Dollar. And by the way, his real name is actually my name, AJ Francis. So that's a fact. His first name is actually my name, which is surprising. But
Okay.
Top Dollar, yeah, I don't see him wrestling anywhere. Because I think he's good in the ring, but like I feel like he doesn't really fit there because I don't know. It's just like he's doing the ring lot and the mic, but it's just he doesn't really fit there. He likes to like do diss tracks on the Young Bucks a lot, so that's probably why he got released from that, and probably he probably cost all of Hit Row's career because of that, probably. But yeah, but if I had to put him in a wrestling promotion, yeah, just like for Shanti the Adonis, I would see him going to the minor leagues because I don't know, man. It's just like he's kind of new, and also Adonis is new, so we gotta like improve these guys, and then give him a couple more years, and then they'll make it to the big leagues again.
Isaiah Swerve Scott. I think I definitely see him going to like MLW or maybe maybe he'll go to AEW because I honestly just see it in my head. I think he'll go to AEW for MLW in my opinion, but I have not much to say. I always like Swerve, but I'm wishing him the best where he goes. AJ, do you have anything to rant?
Yes, because why would you release this man? This man was super, 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 super talented. Like, he had everything. The mic skills, he was great in the ring, and he was recently North American champion for crying out loud. But, yeah, it was absolutely bullshit when he got released. But if I see him in a promotion, I would definitely see him going to MLW, mainly because he pretty much got unfinished business probably there. Or I could see him wrestling in GCW. GCW probably. But the main promotion for me for him to sign is definitely MLW.
Alright. Alright, the next release I gotta discuss here definitely was absolute bullshit because she could have at least deserved something on the main roster. But
Yeah.
she never did ever since splitting up with Shotzi, Tegan Knox. For
Fuck
me,
you.
she's going back as Nixon Newell. But I'm really hoping she does well with as of that. But as of her being Nixon Newell, I'm hoping I definitely see her going to like AEW, and I definitely do see her going to maybe wrestle in like indie promotions in like Europe, in like the United Kingdom. But I thought it was absolute bullshit that she never even had a chance to be on the main roster. Like, you split up her and Shotzi for no reason, and you did to Raw, and what did she do? Nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing.
Zero.
And this
Nada.
woman
Zero.
has so much in her, but they fucked it up. With that, Tegan deserves so much better. Her and Shotzi were doing so well as a tag team. They could have got the tag titles, but no, they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Like, what did she do when they split up? Nothing.
Nada. Zero.
Nothing. Zero.
I mean, that means, and Julian's right, we might not see Shotzi for much longer because you turned her heel and you gave up the tank. So,
And she's getting a figure soon. Yay.
This is not the time for figures.
Oh, my
if we're
bad.
gonna review figures, we'll do that then. But Tegan Knox, honestly, I just think it was absolute bullshit that she never got a chance.
Oh, AJ.
Jason, go.
Okay, AJ's gonna last after me and Jaden. Anyways,
She'll make some good matches in the indies.
why get rid of Tegan Knox? She had potential, bruh. For real. Y'all wildin'. Come on. This is another L WWE took. She had so much potential to shine on the main roster. She had a good NXT run, but either way, why get rid of her?
I mean, Tegan Tegan does have a very good wrestler. Like, Tegan has a lot of good skill in the ring.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. As you said, there she has good in-ring skills, and I'm sure she can continue her career in the Indies, or maybe AEW or MLW or Impact, whatever.
But she's gonna be a badass as Nixon Newell.
Yep.
AJ, go.
Wait.
I don't know if Jaden wants to go or not. I think Jaden's asleep.
You're still here, Jaden?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, what are your thoughts on the release, Tegan Knox?
It was sad. Just sad.
Just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? She was recently called up and then was paired up in a recent with a random tag team with Shotzi. And she recently
It
returned.
worked.
Okay, first of all, she had plenty of injuries, and then she returned to NXT and cost Candice LeRae a match. And then a week later, you called her up along with Shotzi and to form a tag team. And then that actually worked. But in the draft, though, separated. And Tegan went nowhere.
Also,
AJ heard that.
You guys want to know my reaction when Tegan got released?
Oh no. Anyways, like I was saying, when she went absolutely nowhere on Raw, and then she fucking got released. I'm so glad she's back to being Nixon Noel. And I see her wrestling in ICW Insane Championship Wrestling. That's where Big Damo is now. And
Yes,
she's gonna go
Insane
back there.
Championship Wrestling. Good promotion.
She's gonna come back there. She's gonna come back home better than ever.
Okay. The final release is gonna hit me the hardest.
Me
A
too.
wrestler that was definitely one of my childhood idols. A man that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this today. And it really sucks for me to see this, but as much as I loved watching this guy, the man who's made an improvement, who's really been great to have been part of my childhood, and AJ, stop flipping me the middle finger before I jump you out of the screen and rip your eyeballs out.
Not you, Wyatt. I'm
Oh.
flipping off WWE.
Okay. But, yeah, you pair him up with The Miz. You made him look dog shit. Johnny Drip Drip, good character. But you treated him like freaking dog shit. I thought this would be the run for him to become world champion after all these years. You could have booked him to be WWE champion. You could have hit the Grand Slam. But I'm going to tell you, as much as I'm going to miss him in WWE, John Morrison means a lot to me. And it's going to really suck with not being him there. Because I thought John Morrison would have been one of Raw's top guys. And I'm going to trend it. Bring back Morrison. Because that was dog shit getting rid of him. Just because you got rid of his wife, that doesn't mean you got to get rid of him. And I'm going to hell miss Morrison.
Yeah.
I am damn grateful that guy was part of my childhood. I'm going to miss and that man was freaking robbed in the Money in the Bank ladder match this year. That was the true winner of that match. Y'all come out to the only one. Morrison should have won that match.
Mm-hmm.
But, for him, for John Morrison, I think he's going to go to Impact. It got me so emotional that he left because I felt like it killed my childhood a little bit. And I know how I get when it comes to WWE trying to affect my childhood. I think this was the release that hit me the hardest. But I will always love Morrison, whatever he does. But, keep fucking everything over. Go back as Johnny Impact, but Johnny Elite, hell no. No. I do not want him to go to AEW, whatever. I think just go back to Impact.
Can I go first?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make AJ go last.
I can speak for everyone on this, so he's the most valuable out of all the releases.
Very passionate, very humble.
And as in for where I think he's going to go, he's going to be a very solid piece for whatever promotion he decides to go. Jason?
Yeah. I think he's gonna go back to Impact as Johnny Impact. I mean, he was done dirty there by his release, and that this man is a legend. Like both of his runs in WWE was a classic. Like he has a bunch of great matches. Like I actually enjoyed his tag team run along with The Miz. I thought they were good together, and
It makes me sad that we never got to see the actual rivalry of them too, because Miz ain't cleared.
yeah, that was also
And
a
there was
bummer
no
too.
payoff to the rivalry either. There was no payoff.
That was a bummer that we never got to see that storyline. But it is what it is. Morrison, we wish you the best. Please go back to Impact. You're honestly just better off there if WWE just gonna treat you like that. Like he was done dirty. And WWE, fuck you for ruining Wyatt's childhood.
Yeah. And John Laurinaitis, I'm going to say this. Fuck you for firing Morrison. You fired him 10 years ago after The Miz beat his ass. 10 years later, same thing.
Yep. Yes. I guess can AJ go now? Or is...
Yep, and I'm about to say this.
Oh, you're doing that on the podcast?
Oh no.
Nick Khan. Nick Khan.
YouTube, don't take this down.
Also, leave in voicemail. Fuck you for firing John Morrison. You better bring his job back before I go in there and burn your fucking building down.
Imagine this goes viral.
Imagine.
Bruh.
I called WWE headquarters.
Even on the podcast.
I wish Nicholas and Lucas were here to see this.
No, I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm sorry, CEO of YouTube. Fuck you, CEO of YouTube.
Yeah, I don't care. Susan Lejinsky, you can go after me, but guess what? I hope you go to hell.
You don't kiss my ass.
Susan Wojcicki can suck my big fat dick. There.
Decent.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah.
Horny.
Yeah. WWE Talent Relations. Fuck you for ruining my childhood. But
God
that
bless.
wraps up
Go
for
fuck
today.
yourself.
Did AJ go?
No.
Not yet.
Okay. AJ, go.
Go ahead.
This
Oh,
is
he's
the
gonna
take me a knuckle. First of all, you fucking fired him 10 years ago because Miss Biz beat his ass and you had nothing for him after that. And then the same thing 10 years later. Miss beats his ass and has nothing for him. That is absolute bullshit. You bitch. This bitch ass company pretty much fired one of the better talents out there. Could have been the world champion, for crying out loud. He could have been a world champion next year. But no, WWE fucked him up. Fucked him up. And I will never forgive WWE for that. That firing was absolutely bullshit.
And
I'm
AJ,
still pissed off to this day. I will never forget WWE making that call to John Morrison and telling him, "You're fired. Do the butt cuts." Bullshit. Bullshit.
One of the veterans.
Well,
And
bullshit.
AJ, this is what WWE talent relations can
And thank
do
you,
if they
WWE,
keep
for
destroying.
ruining one
Only if
year
they keep
with John
destroying my
Morrison.
childhood. This is what WWE talent relations can do.
Bro, get out of here! Get out of here!
Sorry, them glizzies.
No!
Anyways, WWE.
Josh, we love you, buddy.
Right. What the hell?
Imagine for using a hot dog and pretending it's stick. Just imagine that.
Anyway, moving on. Alright, WWE, you don't expect me to watch you. After I go to Monday Night Raw, November 29th, I am never, and after that week, after the week of November, after the week I go to Raw, November 29th, I am giving up your product because I cannot stand you. I cannot believe what you release these people. These
AJ.
people don't deserve
Yeah, this is AJ right now.
AJ, go to indie shows. Not just AEW, go to indie shows. Indie wrestling is badass.
And you know
Go to
what?
indie
Taya,
shows. Just
you know
go
what?
to indie
You know what?
shows.
You know what? Taya Valkyrie is right because in all
AJ,
wrestling,
go to indie shows.
indie shows are 10 times better than WWE PG products, or should I say PG gay products? Because
Pure gayness.
WWE's gay because WWE is absolutely PG, and I don't like it. And WWE can go fuck themselves. WWE, God bless, and go fuck yourself because don't expect me to watch their product anymore after I go to Raw because you cannot fix your goddamn show. The only time I'll be watching it is because of Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or something happened.
Bobby Hill.
Even Bobby Hill. But
Bobby
fuck
Lashley.
you, WWE for ruining John Morrison
No,
two
you're gonna
times
watch
in
it
a
for
row.
Goldberg.
Thank God. All right.
This
But
is
if I have to
exactly.
see, if I have to
once
see
again,
John
this
Morrison
is-
go into a promotion,
AJ,
I would see him
once
going
again-
to Impact.
Going.
AJ, once again, you're gonna keep dwelling on New Day and Cesaro. Exactly, this is what WWE can do if they're gonna try to ruin my childhood and try to hurt it once again.
Jesus Christ, get that out of here.
Jesus Christ, come on, man. Anyways, yeah, Johnny Impact is coming back to Impact. I hope so. Please.
Christ, it's still going.
Then that's my rant, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck you, WWE, for ruining John Morrison 2 times.
If they're gonna keep AJ, if they keep releasing these wrestlers, how are they gonna have the Royal Rumble next year?
Yeah, exactly. Because there's not going to be 30 men.
I'm gonna say this
How is
after
Ziggler still there?
after I go to the upcoming episode of Raw. That'll also be my last WWE show for a while. I'll go to a pay-per-view, but
Yeah.
no.
Like, I think with me though, with the going to WWE events, like me and my dad are actually thinking about going to the Rumble, but I might go to the event when WWE comes around my area, like my venue, my home venue. But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Until WWE fixes their shit, I'm not watching the product.
That's why.
Just because
Vince
this
needs
is
to go.
karma for them. This is a
This
wake-up
is what's
call.
I think Vince needs to retire and let Shane take over.
I can agree with
make
that.
Everything
That's
so
right.
much better.
And you know what?
What?
Yeah, what I just said about WWE not watching them. I'm not gonna watch their product until they fucking fix that goddamn product.
I can understand.
AJ.
And I hope
AJ.
that
You're taking up 5
AJ.
minutes of the episode. It's
AJ.
almost midnight.
AJ.
Mm.
Do you think Vince should let Shane take over?
To be honest, yes. But he's
Jaden,
not.
how about you?
He's
Because
not.
Triple H and Stephanie are going to move on, build their own promotion. You know, they can.
But here's the thing,
they
though,
can follow
Wyatt.
with AEW.
Wyatt.
But
Here's the
what?
thing. Shane McMahon is not under contract. He's not. So he might not take over. Neither his daughter Stephanie. So neither Triple H. So you might have to find a replacement.
We're still ranting. We're almost reaching the 2-hour mark.
But
Dude.
anyways, until WWE fixes their shit,
You
I'm
said
not
that
watching
so
the
many
product.
times.
This is a
AJ,
wake-up call.
AJ, enough. Calm down.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up for today's episode here on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. I want to thank you all for watching. We've heard enough ranting here. Please go. Please, I hope you all enjoy Survivor Series tomorrow. Please support everyone on the podcast. Follow everybody on their socials. Show some love here and there. Hope everyone is being safe, doing well. Hope you all eat all the turkey for Thanksgiving. And yeah, that wraps up for today's episode. You can follow everybody once again. There's a new intro coming up soon. Subscribe to the Moshcast and our new upcoming podcast, that is Cinematic Analysis. That's why let's pass it on to Jason.
That's why I said there. Subscribe to the Moshcast. Subscribe to our new podcast, Cinematic Analysis. Subscribe to Crash Burn podcast as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all for the Survivor Series recap. And go ahead, Jaden.
No, AJ. I'm letting Jaden end it off.
Oh, okay.
Thank you guys watching another episode.
Screw it. Just go ahead, Jaden.
Well, follow everyone's social medias. Make sure you check us out on the Moshcast. And obviously the one you're watching now, Crash and Burn, and our new Cinematic Analysis. And enjoy some turkeys tomorrow.
Yeah, have happy Thanksgiving. And AJ, no more ranting. Just do your outro, please. AJ, you're on mute.
God damn it. Thank you guys watching another episode of the Crash and Burn thank you guys watching another episode of the Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where I ranted about these releases.
You took up half the episode.
And yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it, and follow everyone on socials. Go subscribe to this podcast, the Moshcast, and the Cinematic Analysis podcast, and go follow them, and follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And thank you guys watching, and I'm out.
All right, well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you all for the Survivor Series recap. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Crash and burn!